Hi everyone, welcome back to the Reddit drama channel with another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and like the video if you enjoy it. Also, please click the notification bell so you won't miss when another cheating story goes live. These simple clicks mean a lot to our channel, and thank you for your support.
I thought they were just really close, turns out the red flags were true. Today is 1 month and 3 days after D-Day. My wife, F40, and I, M40, have been together and married for over 15 years. We have 2 boys under 12. Since marriage, we never frequent sex life, but we enjoyed each other. Our problem has always been communicating constructively with each other, and one of us not having some courage to initiate conversation and not take things personally. We also don't fight well, so we avoid confrontation about almost everything. Anyway, since the second child was born, there was very little activity in bed, and she has been the primary financial support, as I changed careers when our first child was born, and am still trying to build my business. I take care of my end of things and the financial organization, but nothing extra. I initially blamed her, but upon reflection, I need to have responsibility for my share of bedroom issues as well. I feel like a failure financially, and that's played a role in feeling emasculated. The story: this summer, spouse, WS, became very close with a single teacher mom friend of hers, eventual AP, with a son who is 7, so our boys got along well. My spouse is also a teacher, so there was a lot of free time together. My spouse has also had a difficult time keeping close with her friends, as adults do. As kids get older, it is more difficult to plan adult time with different age/gendered kids, etc. So this was a great fit. I encouraged it, with activities, meals, events, etc. I started to get suspicious after my spouse made a few posts on AP's Facebook page that were a little too excited to see AP. If you weren't me, they appeared innocent, but after discovery there were red flags for sure. After discovery, the ones around the time of affair beginning, mid-sept, were especially weird. Basically after the beginning, and we still have not talked about what line was crossed, just that a line was crossed, the FB post stopped, but her behavior turned increasingly erratic and angry. A lot of work stress, to which I initially attributed the at-home hostility, but it kept increasing until 2 weeks before D-Day. She drunkenly let slip that she had booked a vacation with AP and son and both of our boys. Previously she had just taken the oldest on events, without asking me, assuming I would be working, and did this at the Sunday, November 4th dinner table with her parents. I said no. Dead silence. Then when putting the kids to bed she was out of control and angry, so I told her to leave, and did bedtime, laundry, etc. myself. Following Friday night, November 9th, AP and son came over, and the boys played together. It was a normal visit, so I thought. I did housework while they all hung downstairs. Saturday night, November 10th, AP came over again, and picked up spouse to go over to their other friend to watch the hockey game. Saw my spouse grab AP's arm, like she used to do with me, as they walked out to AP's car. That was the killer for me. Sunday we had a bit of a blowout. She was angry again. I was confused as she had this new job, etc. Monday the 13th, AP and son came over for dinner and to help decorate our Christmas tree. Spouse let me know they were coming. I asked about special occasions, no reason. Also asked AP when they were there for any reason, no reason. However, I played a crazy happy spouse, and did not let them out of my sight the entire time. They were both flushed, and super awkward, like they wanted to play footsies, but couldn't. I also installed Prey on my spouse's iPhone right in front of both of them. It was awesome watching her face, as it was totally normal. She just got a new phone, and had it on her old phone. Basically I played my cards, as it was obvious something was up. Difficult week, but confronted my spouse with a 4-page script on Friday, November 16th. Asked for all communication to be cut off, all FB down, free access to phone and location, affair to stop, and acknowledged what I assumed were my shortcomings and contributions to the environment that led to this choice. She asked for my evidence. I had most of it ready. I did most of the talking for about an hour, and was leaving the next day with my oldest son to see my mom in the hospital about an hour away, and stay overnight. Laid out ground rules which she agreed to: no contact with AP, tell me what she is doing, and I would do the same, and keep it secret. I offered, and she accepted, for her to go to AP's that night for closure. WTF, right? Bold move. Knowing AP and spouse, this was probably needed, and I think it engendered some trust both ways, secret out. Even if stuff happened, it had already happened, one more time not going to change anything, and AP lives with her parents and son, so not really any privacy anyway. Next day, I passed AP a note at basketball, boys play in the same gym, that acknowledged I knew, and that she was no longer welcome in the lives of our family. But that I would try to forgive, but she has to forgive herself. Thankfully, I think, the affair was relatively short, 2 months almost to the day, limited in physicality and time. Her answer, I always knew where she was, which was at AP's parents' house or their mutual friend above. However, we haven't talked about what the physicality entailed. I've said the time and place to talk about that is with a MC together, in time, and if needed. She let it slip that they didn't FCK and I don't need to burn our bed or sheets, but I haven't pushed for what that means explicitly. Each conversation since has been prompted by me, she's a stone wall, but happier. I've read a few books, many blogs, lots of YouTube, seen an IC, and confided a full story to one male friend currently divorcing due to spouse's infidelity, and a female friend just that we are needing some help. I've also opened and cancelled Tinder twice, and Ashley Madison once. Told my spouse about the first Tinder. Not interested in revenge, and quite honestly, anyone else. My spouse is imperfect, but so am I, and I love her. I tell her every day, she hasn't said it since D-Day, which kills. Here are some other kickers. AP is 6 feet 0 inches, 230. She weighs more than me, 6'4", 215. She's a effing ogre. I call her Fiona from Shrek to myself. AP was a client of mine. AP's son and ours play basketball every Saturday in the same gym with adjacent time slots. AP's son and our curl together Sunday afternoons. Spouse and AP set this up, still need to confirm if a scheme, or legit could be both, was the first major regular activity she took him to. I coach basketball and almost every other activity he has done, but now I have to go to curling and see Shrek every Sunday. So that's it. Feels good to have it out there, obviously a few details I have left out, not as salacious as others, and about 75 questions, I have them typed out, sexual ones separate, that I don't have answers to yet. I composed a Christmas list and left it visible for her, of things I want from her this week, about our situation. This strategy has proven useful, as I started journaling as soon as I suspected, and left it out for her to read. I moved to an affair-only journal, that I've now filled and about to start a second one. Every day is still a struggle, lots of triggers, my work productivity is garbage. But I'm seeing an IC, she is about to start, and life at home is slowly getting better. We are still struggling to talk, but I need to keep acknowledging to myself that it took us a while to get here, it will take us a while to get out. Shortest is 9 months, average is 2 years. A curious side effect, I'm turned on as hell now. I let her know I would take her in a minute, and have been ready to go and take care of business myself daily, after a struggle with stress and no interest on my end for a few months. I attribute it to fight or flight, I want this marriage, and will fight for it, so T is ramping up. Prognosis is good, but I need the MC to start, and the sex/intimacy to start again. I am being kind and generous, and trying to do things I ignored or didn't want to give in to her in the past. For those just beginning, or struggling, this has been my approach: 1. One trusted friend to confide everything. Hopefully someone who has been through it. One only. Said to my spouse that I will protect her from the boys, from the public, etc. From knowing. Anyone who knows is forever changed by the information, and she gets colored probably unfairly. 2. There are amazing resource of material for BS and WS. Pulled my confrontation script and note for AP from site, and lots of language for talks with spouse. 3. Acknowledge your wrongs. They don't excuse WS, but they make you vulnerable. Both of us are so stubborn. I took the step to be vulnerable, and it worked. Trick is, be assertive, but vulnerable. 4. Read, research, read, practice, journal. 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 Work this shit out in writing by hand, practice the conversation. As noted, basically on my 3rd journal now after a month. Section for questions, notes from books, daily insights, agendas for conversations, etc. There is not a lot of stuff out there for men whose female partners cheat on them with a female. But my understanding is it is usually emotionally driven, and primarily EA. I think so in our case. I have empathy for my spouse's side, but also acknowledged to her I was lonely, etc. And did not cheat, but had the courage to confront. Assertive. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.